Manfred, welcome. Manfred is here, Manfred Behn from the Animation School Hamburg in the character of Media Lab Magic. This is the second time we're meeting here in Second Life. It's great that we have such a nice crowd, a professional or partly professional crowd too, like I've been seeing. How many entries did you have for the competition this year?
Yes, it was a lot of entries. It was about 70 from all over the world, from New Zealand to our guest country. It was the Czech Republic, and these 70s were round about the same number as in other years, but from 60 to 90 every year. And it's the number we can reach because these entries are always from students, from schools everywhere in the world, and we don't want any animation of any sort, but only students' animation, and students' animation after 3 years after they have finished school. So they are beginners.
Okay. From what I've seen at the reception on Reeperbahn in real life Hamburg, it doesn't look like it's beginner's work. There's some great work we're going to see tonight. After now watching the scene so closely for so many years, is there anything like a trend you would be able to name, like something that's new in the work that was submitted for this year?
Yeah, I'm a little bit of hesitating to name trends, but least thing you could say it's a tendency to do more 3D as a final film in your studies. There's a lot of cutout and stop motion things we've got. That might be the reason, because the reason might be it's for beginners. It's the first step to do 2D animation or stop motion. And surprising thing was that the 3D animation is getting better every time. We had very strange things in the beginning, looking like a little bit of Playmobil things. Things are becoming different now, and with better textures, and this indeed looks professional now.
Okay, that's great. We, of course, appreciate hearing especially about the 3D. Has some of the 3D work made it on the auf das Siegertreppchen, like all the way up along the red carpet?
Yes, it was quite like in the last year. We had 3 winners last year. I think all of them were 3D, and this year you will see it's the same tendency that they are among the winners. This is not a question of 2D and 3D. It's a little bit a question of story, because the profile of our prize is style and story, and we found that those stories done in 3D had a story at least.
Okay. Are you familiar with the development in machinima films? Are you familiar with the development in machinima films? That's films that are created within interactive games, 3D games, and virtual worlds like Second Life?
Not really.
Okay, we have some real machinima artists here. It is, if I may say so, it's the art of like using the environment, like you see here, and really use it to produce film, which I think is different from the way your students learn the job, because I think you really start with good old drawing, right?
Yes, that's the main aspect how they approach animation. I do most of the schools, or I think each and every school begins with drawing and 2D animation or stop motion animation, and we do it uh, in our school too. It's an animation school in Hamburg, because we think that the main techniques, especially in animation, not in background or other aspects, should be learned in 2D.